In a quiet village nestled between green hills and thick forests, lived a boy named Veer. He was calm, observant, and kind-hearted. But unlike the other boys, he didn't excel in wrestling, running, or even academics. He was average by the village's standards, and he knew it. His father, a hard-working farmer, hoped Veer would one day take over the fields. His mother, gentle and hopeful, prayed that her son would find his place in the world. But Veer, he wasn't sure what that place was. Every day after school, Veer would wander to the edge of the forest. There, he would sit by the river, watching how the water flowed around rocks, how birds flew across the sky, how the leaves danced in the wind. He didn't speak much, but his mind was always observing, always thinking. He had a small bag in which he collected twigs, stones, seeds, and anything else he found interesting. At home, he would spend hours alone, crafting small things. Wooden birds that flapped their wings, tiny carts that rolled with rubber seeds, and once, even a miniature windmill made from coconut leaves and bamboo sticks. But no one saw these things as important. To others, they were just childish toys. So, slowly, Veer began hiding his creations. Years passed. Veer was now a teenager. The village had changed a little: more electricity, a few motorbikes, but the expectations remained the same. Boys had to be strong, loud, and capable in farming or trade. Girls had to be skilled in cooking and household work. There was little room for uniqueness. One day, during a village festival, a talent competition was announced. Everyone was excited. The blacksmith's son would demonstrate his fire tricks, the singer girl would perform, and the wrestler would show his strength. Veer stayed silent. He had no performance. His father scoffed, "These things aren't for you, Veer. Just help me in the fields." Veer nodded, but that night, he couldn't sleep. He stared at the ceiling and thought, what if I built something for the festival? The next morning, while everyone was preparing for the competition, Veer skipped school and went deep into the forest. He gathered wood, vines, and stones. From the village junkyard, he collected broken toys and torn umbrellas. He worked in secret for 3 days. The day of the competition arrived. The entire village gathered in the main square. Colorful flags flew in the wind, drums echoed through the valley, and the stage stood ready. One by one, the performers came forward, each met with applause and cheer. Then, just before the end, a shy voice spoke from the back. I would like to show something." It was Veer. People whispered, "Veer? What can he do?" Even his father looked surprised and a little embarrassed. Veer walked to the stage, carrying a large box covered with cloth. He took a deep breath and slowly removed the cover. Underneath was a mechanical village model, entirely made from scrap. Tiny windmills spun with a hand crank. A mini water wheel turned as he poured a small cup of water into it. Houses lit up with small bulbs powered by a rubber band generator. Even a model of the village bell rang when he pressed a button. For a moment, the crowd was silent. Then, applause erupted. Children ran to see the model. Elders nodded with respect. The school teacher whispered, This is genius." Veer smiled, a true smile from deep within. For the first time in his life, he felt seen. Not for what he lacked, but for what he uniquely had. The village chief came forward. "Veer," he said, "you have something special. A gift. Never hide it again." Veer's parents were stunned. His father, who had never truly understood his son's silence, looked at him with new eyes. Later that night, Veer sat by the river again. But this time, he didn't feel lost. He felt awakened. All these years, he thought, I was waiting for someone to tell me what I'm good at. But the truth is, I always knew. I just didn't believe in it. The school principal contacted a city engineer who had once studied in the village. Impressed by the photos of Veer's model, the engineer offered to mentor him. For the first time, Veer traveled beyond the hills into the city of lights, speed, and machines. Everything was new: electric doors, elevators, robots, and labs. But Veer wasn't afraid. He had finally found his world. In the following years, he learned engineering, design, and innovation. He built solar-powered irrigation tools for his village, automatic crop sorters, and even low-cost educational toys for rural schools. The same boy who was once called ordinary became an inventor, respected and admired. But he never forgot his roots. Every year, he returned to the village to teach children how to explore their ideas, how to think differently, and most importantly, how to believe in their own hidden talents. How many Veers are out there right now? Children, teenagers, even adults, walking through life believing they are average. Believing they have no talent. Simply because their gift doesn't fit into the common mold. Some talents are loud, like singing or sports. But others? They are quiet. Subtle. They bloom slowly, like invention, compassion, observation, or leadership. And sometimes, the world won't recognize your talent until you do. So here's what you need to remember. Just because no one claps for you today, doesn't mean you're not worthy. Just because your skill isn't popular, doesn't mean it's not valuable. And just because your talent isn't understood, doesn't mean it doesn't exist. You must become the first person to believe in yourself before anyone else does. The journey to recognizing your talent isn't always clear. It's filled with doubts, silence, and comparison. But remember Veer's story. He didn't find his talent, he recognized it. It was always there waiting, patiently, for him to look inward. So if you feel lost, confused, or average, don't worry. You're not lost. You're just searching. Keep exploring. Keep building. Keep creating. Keep dreaming. Because one day, when the time is right, you too will recognize your talent. And when that day comes, the world will never look the same again. The spark is inside you. Light it. Nurture it. And let it shine. Believe in yourself, you will recognize your talent, never give up.